Welcome all. Today we are going to learn a new topic called molecular basis of inheritance. In last chapter we learnt about the Mendelian principles of inheritance and variations, how the variations are seen. Here we are going to learn the inheritance pattern in a molecular level. This chapter include the DNA, RNA, the components. You are going to learn about the components of the DNA, components of the RNA, the structure of the DNA, and 3 experiments proving the DNA as a genetic material. Then you are going to learn about all 3 types of RNA, then DNA duplication mechanism, transcription in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, translation in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, genetic code, mechanism of gene expression, that is a lac operon concept, human genome project, and DNA fingerprinting. A big chapter. So it carries 11 to 12 marks, 10 to 11 marks or 11 to 12 marks in your annual examination. Very important chapter as a point of examination, annual examination, and also a point of CET or NEET. So we start with the components of DNA and also RNA. What is DNA? DNA is a deoxyribonucleic acid, whereas RNA is nothing but ribonucleic acid. DNA is deoxy, means the oxygen atom is less in the second prime, 2' carbon of the sugar moiety. So it is called as D, less deoxyribonucleic acid. And the RNA is called ribonucleic acid. DNA or RNA, basically they are having 3 components. Those are, the first component of the DNA is the pentose sugar. DNA, the first component of a DNA is pentose sugar. The pentose sugar which is present in DNA is a deoxyribose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar. Why it is called pentose sugar? Because it is having 5 carbon moiety. The sugar having the 5 carbon atoms, so that they are called as pentose sugar. See, the structure of the pentose sugar is like this way. It is having 5 carbons. The first carbon CH2OH. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, and fifth carbon. So that the sugar, the pentose sugar, that is a ribose sugar, having 5 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CH, H, sorry, OH, H, 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 OH, H, CH2OH. So that this pentose sugar, see, in case of RNA, the ribose sugar is present, where it having the OH group at second position. It's having the OH group at second position. But in case of DNA, this oxygen atom is absent. Thus, it is called deoxyribose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar. So, DNA having 3 reactable oxygen molecule at pentose sugar. One in the C1 position, second is the C3 position, third is the C5 position. Only 3 position, C1, C3 and C5 position, it is having OH group. So the second position is not having the OH group. Not having the OH group, thus it is called deoxyribose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar. So that is the pentose sugar structure. And the second component of what is that? DNA are the nitrogen bases. nitrogen bases. There are two type of nitrogen bases are present. Basically, both RNA and DNA are purines and pyrimidines. Pyrimidines are single ring structure, whereas the purines are double ring structures. Pyrimidine rings, when to the pyrimidine rings, when the imidazole ring is attached, they are become the purine ring structure. So just I am explaining with the structure. This is the basic structure of pyrimidine. N C N C N sorry C C C. So here 3 double bonds, 1, 2, and 3. So that here H, CH, CH, 3. So this is the structure. So here N, C, N, C, 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 CH. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the basic structure of pyrimidine. Pyrimidines are single ring structure. To this single ring structure, with the imidazole ring. See, again, the structure of basic structure of purines. C, N, C, N, C, C. This is one double bond. Here also double bond H, because they have the trivalent carbon tetravalent molecule. So here the imidazole ring N double bond C N. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. CH. This is the basic structure of pyrimidine. Pyrimidines are single ring structures, whereas when the pyrimidines are joined by the imidazole ring, when the imidazole ring is attached, it will become purine. The structure of the purine is the basic structure of the purines. So in DNA, there are two pyrimidines are present and two purines are present. Those are the first one, the thiamine. Thiamine is a pyrimidine which is present in case of DNA. Thiamine and cytosine. So what is the structure of thiamine? Again, the basic structure N C double bond N C double bond N C double bond C single. See here it is double bond O. Here it is double bond O, CH3 H O H. So this is the structure of thiamine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the ketone molecule or ketone atom is attached in the second and sixth position, and at 5 carbon the methane group is attached. Second nitrogen basis or the pyrimidine present in DNA is, that is cytosine. See, cytosine structure C double bond N C N C N C C. N means uracil. See, double bond O N C double bond O is that N C This is the structure of uracil. The DNA having two pyrimids, one is the thymine and the cytosine. But RNA having two pyrimids, one cytosine and cytosine or cytosine and uracil. The RNA not having the thymine and the DNA not having the uracil. The uracil is absent in DNA, the thymine absent in what is RNA. What is the difference between thymine and uracil? Is only one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only the methyl group at 5th position. What is the difference between thymine and uracil? Is only the methyl group at 5th position. Thus, the thymine is also called as thiomethyl uracil. The chemical name of thymine is nothing but thiomethyl uracil because only in 5th position the methyl group is attached and the thymine is absent in the uracil. So thus the thymine is also called as thiomethyl uracil. Thus the thymine is also called as thiomethyl uracil. So the DNA having thymine and cytosine but not uracil. RNA having cytosine and uracil but not thymine. DNA having thymine and cytosine but not uracil. RNA having cytosine and uracil but not thymine. And the two pyrimids are commonly present in both DNA and RNA are one is nothing but here only this structure I changed because of the space. So here if it is NH2 group is present, it become adenine. This is the structure of adenine molecule. And one more, guanine. I draw the structure. C N double one C H. Here ketone group is present. Here amine group is present. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the structure. Both pyrimids, adenine and guanine. This is the adenine structure. This is the guanine structure. Both purines are present in DNA and RNA. In DNA and RNA, both purines are commonly present, adenine and guanine. So that the nitrogen bases which are present in DNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. The nitrogen bases are present in DNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. The nitrogen bases present in RNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. So only this difference is there in RNA and DNA. DNA not having uracil, RNA not having thymine. The thymine is absent in RNA uracil is absent in DNA. So these are the structure. What is the difference? Difference is nothing but thymine having 5 prime or 5 methyl uracil or 5 the methyl group is attached to the 5th carbon atom which is absent in uracil. So that the thymine is also called as 5 methyl uracil. 5 methyl uracil. And third, remember, what is the component of DNA is nothing but phosphate group. The third component of DNA is phosphate group, that is S3PO4. Phosphate is pentavalent, double bond group, OH, OH, OH. These are the components of DNA and RNA. What is the components of DNA? DNA having a pentose sugar called as deoxyribose sugar, the nitrogen bases, the 2 purines are present, 2 pyrimidines are present, the 2 purines are adenine, guanine, 2 pyrimidines are cytosine and thymine, and pentose sugar. These are the components of DNA. And what is the components of RNA? The RNA having the pentose sugar, that is the ribose sugar, the nitrogen bases, the 2 purines are present, 2 pyrimidines are present, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil, and pentose sugar. So the components, the 3 components are present in either DNA or RNA, pentose sugar, nitrogen bases, and phosphate. Pentose sugar, nitrogen bases, and phosphate. Now we are going to learn how they are made. See here, always the nitrogen bases attached to the first carbon of the sugar moiety. Always these nitrogen bases are attached to the first carbon of the sugar moiety, that is C1. So to the C1, the pyrimidines are attached at the third nitrogen base, whereas the purines are attached at the ninth nitrogen base. Adenine and guanine attached to the first sugar moiety, that is the carbon sugar, at 9th position. Cytosine and thymine attached at 3rd position. So it is called C1N9 in case of purines. C1N9 glycosidic linkage. Always nitrogen bases are attached to the first carbon of the sugar moiety. So in case of purine, the ninth nitrogen atom attached to the first carbon. So it is called by the C1N9 glycosidic linkage in case of purines. Pyrimidines attached at 3rd nitrogen base. Thus it is called C1N3 glycosidic linkage in pyrimidine. C1N9 in case of purines, glycosidic linkage. C1N3 glycosidic linkage in case of pyrimidines. So that the nitrogen bases are attached at N9 position in purine, N3 position in pyrimidine. These are called C1N9 glycosidic linkage in case of purines, C1N3 glycosidic linkage in case of pyrimidine. Then the phosphate group. The phosphate group always attached at the 5th position. See here, OH group is opposite. So P, double bond O, OH, 1, H. See here, the third OH group is there. So the H of the phosphate, OH of the here CH2H are combined. The water is released and it leads to the bond OH. It leads to the bond. It is called phosphoester bond. But the two phosphate molecule attached. See, when the two nucleotide, this is called the nucleotide. When the two nucleotide going to bind, the two ester bonds are formed. So thus it is called as phosphodiester bond. Di means two. So that when one nucleotide attached to the other nucleotide, when one nucleotide attached to the other nucleotide, the two bonds are formed, ester bonds are formed. Thus it is called as phosphodiester bond. Always the phosphate group attached to the fifth carbon of the sugar moiety. Nitrogen base is attached to the first carbon of the sugar moiety. Whereas phosphate group attached to the fifth carbon of the sugar moiety. Fifth carbon to the third carbon. So this way the polynucleotide strands form. Before that, understand what is the nucleoside and what is nucleotide. Understand what is a nucleoside and what is a nucleotide. See, what is nucleoside? C1, N9 in case of purine, C1, N3 in case of purine. What is nucleoside? Nucleoside when the pentose sugar attached to the nitrogen base. It is called nucleoside. The mixture or the joining of the pentose sugar with the nitrogen base, it is called, this is opposite, the pentose sugar, phosphate group is opposite, this is called nucleoside. So, what are the nucleosides? The four nucleosides. See, deoxyribose sugar is attached to the adenine. Adenine is a nitrogen base. It is called deoxyadenosine. See, adenosine. When, see, this is option. CH2. Here, if adenine nitrogen base attached, it is called deoxyribose plus adenine nitrogen base. It is called deoxyadenosine. This is a nucleoside. If deoxyribose sugar attached to the bonding molecule, if deoxyribose sugar attached to the bonding molecule, it is called deoxyguanosine. In case of DNA, if deoxyribose sugar attached to the thymine, so it is called deoxythymidine because it is a pyrimidine. Purines are called as guanosine, adenosine. In case of thymine, which attached to the deoxyribose sugar, it is called as deoxythymidine. The fourth one, deoxyribose sugar, when attached to the cytosine, so it is called deoxycytidine. These are four nitrogen bases: deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxythymidine, deoxycytidine. These are the four nitrogen bases. Four nucleoside. What is nucleoside? When pentose sugar, that is a deoxyribose sugar, attached to the nitrogen base. Purine at N9 position, pyrimidines at N3 position. When nitrogen base bond to the deoxyribose sugar or the pentose sugar, they are called as a nucleoside. Those are either in the DNA or RNA. In case of DNA, they are called deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxythymidine, deoxycytidine. When nucleotide, what is nothing but nucleoside plus phosphate group or pentose sugar plus nitrogen base plus phosphate group is called nucleotide. Nucleotide with phosphate group. Without phosphate group, it becomes a nucleoside. Nucleoside without phosphate group, nucleotide with phosphate group. This is called pennucleotide. So when the phosphate group attached to the fifth bond, the ester bond at the fifth carbon atom, this structure is called nucleotide. Nucleotide. See, for the nitrogen base is the adenine. What is the nucleotide? Deoxy ribose sugar plus adenine is the nitrogen base plus phosphate group. It is called deoxy adenylate acid, or is also called as adenosine monophosphate. Adenosine monophosphate, AMP. Adenosine monophosphate, or also called as AMP. So when adenine attacks, is called deoxyadenylate acid or adenosine monophosphate. Guanine attacks, deoxyguanidinic acid or guanosine monophosphate. If what is that? Thymine is attached, the nitrogen thymine is present in the nucleotide. It is called deoxythymidinic acid or thymidine monophosphate. Cytosine is attached. It is called deoxycytidinic acid or cytidine monophosphate. These are four nitrogen nucleoside and four nucleotides. So what in case of RNA? What are the nucleosides which are present in case of RNA and DNA? This is about the DNA. In RNA, see, RNA having oxygen at the second position. Second carbon atom, the oxygen moiety is present in RNA. So it is called ribose sugar. In case of DNA, it is called deoxyribose sugar. So the ribose sugar is present. When ribose sugar combined with the adenine, what is that? Adenine, it becomes adenosine. What is the nucleoside? Adenosine. In case of RNA, when pentose sugar attacks the nitrogen base, that is adenine is attached to the ribose sugar, it is called adenosine. Guanine is attached, guanosine. Thymine is attached, thymidine. Cytosine is attached, cytidine. These are nucleosides of the RNA. Deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxythymidine, deoxycytidine. These are the nucleosides of the DNA. So then what are the nucleotides? See, deoxyribose sugar is present in RNA, but in case DNA, but in case of RNA, only ribose sugar is present. So it is called adenylate acid. It's called adenylate acid, guanylinic acid, cytidinic acid, and uridic acid. Because see, cytosines are absent in RNA, is having the uracil. So uridine. RNA having uracil. DNA having cytidine or cytosine. So this adenylate acid, thymic acid, adenylate acid, guanylinic acid, cytosine is absent. Sorry. Having cytosine and uracil. These are the nitrogen bases present in RNA. Cytidinic acid, cytidine and uridine. So today we learned about the components of both RNA and DNA. RNA having the pentose sugar, that is the ribose sugar. Nitrogen bases present in RNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil, and the pentose sugar is present. Phosphate group is present. The components of DNA are nothing but the pentose sugar which is present, deoxyribose sugar. Second, the nitrogen bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, and the phosphate group is present. These are DNA, the components of DNA and RNA. Then we learnt about the attachment. So the 2' component is absent, the 2' OH group is absent. In case of DNA, it is having only 3 reactable oxygen atom at C1 position, C3 position and C5 position. So always the nitrogen bases are attached in C1 position. Purines at N9, pyrimidics at N3. So it is called C1N9 glycosidic linkage. C1N3 glycosidic linkage. And phosphate group attached at 5th to 3rd position. 5th carbon atom in the nucleotide. So it forms the ester bonds. One nucleotide attached to the two nucleotide. So this OH group attached to the 3rd carbon of the next second nucleotide, forming a ester bond. So that is called C3 and 9. Sorry, attachment is always C5 means what is the 3rd carbon to the 5th carbon. 3rd carbon to the 5th carbon. This is called phosphodiester bond because 2 ester bonds are formed. So the nucleotide is called dinucleotide. This way the polynucleotide stand form. So this is a basics about components of DNA. In my next class, we are going to learn about the structure of the DNA. Thank you very much for patience.